Way the New York Jets, who were pretty stubborn today at Hard Rock Stadium, 31-24 the final. I'm Jim Barry. Welcome to the fifth quarter post-game show. This was certainly no cakewalk for the Dolphins coming off of the bye. They looked a bit rusty at first. Tua threw a couple of interceptions, including a pick six. Did not have his best day for sure. But the Dolphins get rescued by a running game led by former Cane, Duke Johnson. And the defense stepped it up big time in the second half. So the bottom line is this: Dolphins win their sixth in a row, evening their record at 7-7. They may be a playoff long shot, but now for sure, they have a shot. Let's go out to Hard Rock Stadium. My colleague Kim Wilkemper is standing by. And Kim, Duke Johnson, good thing the Fins were hiding this guy out on the practice squad, elevated because of the COVID situation. And man, he was terrific today. 22 carries, 107 yards rushing. And I could hear the fans, even here in the studio, Kim, yelling, Duke, Duke.
It was like back in the old New Orleans days and the University of Miami days when you heard Duke, Duke, Duke raining down from this stadium. And it rained down today, 120 yards, Jim, or 107 yards rushing, another 20 yards receiving. And Jim, he had a run of about 130 yards taken away. Gets 2 touchdowns on the day. And boy, on a day when you went in and you didn't know who your running backs were going to be, your Gaskin and Ahmed just came off the protocol. You knew they were going to be a little rusty. And so how are you going to get an offense going? Here comes Duke Johnson and gives you exactly what you needed, a running game. And you add the yardage with Gaskin in there, well over 150 yards rushing as a football team. And those numbers, those are the magic numbers to me. Between 120 and 150 yards, if you can get there, you got a chance to win almost every game. And the Dolphins, as sloppy as it looked early on, and as lethargic as they looked early on, they woke up in the second half. They got the job done, and remarkably, never thought it would happen. They get back to 500 at 7-7 with 6 straight games. It's been an incredibly bad season to start with, Jim, but an exciting season from then on, and we don't know what the rest of us has in store for us.
That's exactly right. All right, Kim, stand by. We're going to go listen to Duke Johnson right now. He's talking via Zoom about the terrific day that he had for the Dolphins.
This is the only franchise where that would be possible so soon in a career with the team.
Yeah, it just reminded me of college. It was feel like my college days again. Definitely enjoyed it.
Hi, I can't help but wonder, given all that was going on with the COVID list and the uncertainty within your running back room, what was your mindset going into this game? I mean, how much were you thinking that the team really needed you to kind of carry the load today?
I really prepare every week as I'm going to be the guy, regardless if I'm the guy or not. So it's just kind of sticking it within my routine and just doing what I normally do. And I let the cards fall where they may.
Jonathan?
What's up, Duke?
How you doing?
Chilling, bro. It's hard to believe that you've been in the league so long. This is your first game that you've had 2 rushing touchdowns in one game. I mean, I'm sure you can't believe it either. I mean, just talk about that, and also cracking 100 yards. That's something a Dolphin haven't done, or running back hasn't done all year as well.
As far as the 2 touchdowns in the game, rushing, I don't know. It's not much to say for me. Because I know at certain times with certain teams, my role was always different. And my role was this today, but it could change tomorrow. So for me, it's just about not really looking at the stats and looking at, the touchdowns and the yards, but whatever it is to win and help my team win, that's kind of what it'll be for me.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, Duke, on one of the touchdown runs, it looked like you were really kind of churning your legs. You could kind of smell the end zone. You were trying to power your way through. It's funny, for a lot of your career, people have thought of you as like a third down receiving back. Can you talk about the approach you tried to bring into today's game relative to, power and that sort of thing?
For me, this is about doing what the team needed from me. And just whatever situation the team asked from me, was just doing it and just doing it with everything I have. And that's just me turning my legs and doing whatever it is. So on that particular play, it's just, coach put me in, and the thing he tells me is just give great effort. And I try to give great effort in whatever I do.
And his great effort certainly paid off. All right, let's go back out to the field. And Kim Wilkemper is standing by there with the guys. Couldn't tell who it was, Kim.
I'm here with Brandon Jones here, Brandon, and you knew going in this was going to be a tough game. You're coming off a bye week. You're feeling you kind of got a little relaxation, got a little healthy, but the Jets came out and took it to you pretty early on in this football game. Did you expect that? And do you feel like you got off to a little bit of slow start early on?
Yeah, I think as a team, we definitely expected it. We preached all week that, it was going to be a 60-minute game. They're super physical in all three phases. And we knew that we were going to have to play the game the whole way through. And obviously, defense didn't start as fast as we wanted to, but I think we answered a lot in the second half.
Early in the football game, you kind of knew they were going to bring out everything they had, and they started throwing some things at you there. Did you see things that you didn't expect?
Yeah,
that one crossing pattern where he threw back to Berrios. I've never seen that in my life.
Never. Because I was in chase mode. I was chasing Crowder. I thought maybe he's throwing the ball out of bounds. I don't know. Threw it to Berrios took it off.
He threw it back, and if Berrios didn't catch the ball, it's a live ball. Right. It's like a fumble. So it's a risky play. But again, like I said, they went into their playbook and tried to pull out everything they could and throw the kitchen sink at you. And I think they did it.
Oh, yeah. Hats off to their offensive coordinator. They did a great job executing that stuff. But yeah, some of those plays, man, I ain't never seen before. It was great.
What happened in the second half? You guys went in. You're kind of fighting back in the first half. You come back. You know they're going to have the football, and then your defense just seems to kick it up and kick into gear. Started getting blitzes working. Started getting coverage working. What happened after halftime?
I think the biggest thing is we just took a deep breath and we relaxed. I think we were playing, especially with having the bye week and stuff like that. I think we were trying too hard to make plays, force plays at the beginning of the game. I think after halftime, we kind of sat down listen, guys, one play at a time, let's just play our brand of football. And then it started showing up for us later on.
1-7. 1-7 you guys were at. You're at 7-7 right now. What a run, and what does it mean to the guys in that locker room to get back to where you are right now at 500?
Yeah, it just shows, the work that we've been able to accomplish, and us truly believing in ourselves and having the confidence to take it, one week at a time. And I think if we keep that same approach, then, the sky's the limit. 3
more to go. I know you look at it one game at a time, but it's winding down now, and you're in the stretch run, and this game could come down to the very end if you take care of the first 2 games before then, and so there's a lot still in front of you to go.
Absolutely, yeah. It'd be really exciting. Like I said, just take it, step by step, week by week, and like I said, the sky's the limit for our team.
All right, well, enjoy the holiday weekend, and let's get another win next week, and see if we can keep stretching this thing.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on the win today. Good job. Good job. All right, Brandon Jones, Jim. 7-7. I'm still finding it hard to believe, but these guys have fought back like I don't think anyone expected. But here we are, and this is a tale of 2 halves. First half, Jets kind of owned it, started stumbling in the end. In the second half, Dolphins took over, and that's why we're standing here at 7-7. Jim?
Yeah, a tale of 2 seasons, too, like you said, 1-7, now 7-7. All right, Kim, thanks a lot. And one of the guys who certainly has engineered that turnaround for the Dolphins is quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who is live today via Zoom. Let's listen in.
Duke Johnson hasn't made seconds yet.
I think the O-line did a great job today up front, with creating those opportunities for Duke to find the hole and hit it and, find ways to bounce the ball and, have Duke be himself running the ball. That's how he was his entire career playing in the NFL. And, I'm glad that we were able to witness that today.
Tua, I wanted to ask you your satisfaction of the disappointment of throwing the pick six, and yet you were able to help the team come back right away and get the winning touchdown to Devontae. Can you describe that kind of ride of emotions you went through?
Yeah, terrible decision on my part, obviously, with the pick six, but we got to move on. The game's not over. We got to go down and we got to put some points on the board, and that's what we did. So, you never want that to happen, but it does happen, and so just got to move on from it. And I'm glad we were able to overcome it. Not just offensively, but as a team. It started the first half, and it really trickled all the way into the second half.
Thanks.
So it looks like you channeled your inner Duke Johnson on one play and run up the middle. Can you walk us through that play where you ran over a defender?
Yeah, just remind me not to ever do that again. Much respect to number 30, Carter. He's a hell of a player. I obviously don't think that he was expecting me to lower my shoulder and try to run him over. Just from the previous runs I had, I either slid or, try to get out of bounds. But yeah, I mean, it was just an in the moment thing for me, and truly all it was.
Daniel?
Hey, with Jalen being out, what changes, if any, you guys have to make to the offense? Obviously, you guys kind of struggled on the what kind of clicked
I couldn't really hear your question, but I heard Jalen. Even if Jalen's, out, I think the approach that we all took with him being out is next man up, and we got to continue to prepare. I mean, Jalen doesn't win us the games. He obviously is a help with us to win games, but I think all the guys that were out there, they put in a lot of hard work, and I think they did a great job, with primary blocking, whether it's in the run game or, responsibilities in the pass game. I think they all did a great job.
I'm not sure if you can hear me a little better now. What was clicking later on that maybe wasn't working in the first couple of drives?
Yeah, I think it was just adjustments in the second half for us. We just started to look at our matchups more, and then obviously with their coverages, they mixed in some man coverages on second and long, so we were kind of prepared for that if that ever occurred. But more often than not, they played quarters. Sometimes they play 6, and really we just try to run the ball and block primary and have their secondary guys make tackles.
The quarterback press conference is sponsored by the Regional Infinity Dealers. Luxury should be lived in.
Well, that was Dolphin quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Of course, we heard from Duke Johnson before that. The Dolphins today doing this via Zoom because of the higher COVID protocols now. But the bottom line is the Dolphins win again, 31-24. Their record now 7-7 as they tough out a win today over the pesky New York Jets. We'll be back with more of the fifth quarter postgame show in a moment.